All right. Representative Considine moves to re-refer House File 2010 to the Judiciary Committee.
So moved. Okay. We have discussed this a couple of times last year. We've discussed it once already this year. The last thing that brought it back here is we had some concerns about data privacy. I believe those have been ironed out. If they haven't, I'm pretty sure that Chair Lesh will make sure they are in the Judiciary Committee, which is where we're referring it to. Would you like to say a few words?
I'm Brett Onstead, correctional officer with Ramsey County, spoke here last week. And I'd just like to add that I think that this bill is very important. Recently, I had to defend a fellow officer who was not told until the moment before he went in to an investigation. And even during the investigation, he wasn't told what he was being investigated for. He was shown a video and asked to explain his actions, most of which weren't even related to the initial charge. This is kind of a common practice, and it's not in line with what police officers and peace officers are allowed to do or given the rights. And with inmates learning the tricks of how to put an officer in defense has been getting more and more sophisticated. And I think that this would help with officers being able to do their job much more effectively. I'll stand for any questions.
Thank you. Members, any questions for this testifier? Very well. Yeah, Mr. Chair, I understand that you have an amendment. Representative Considine moves to amend House File 2010 with the A3 amendment in order to put the bill in the shape that the author would like it. Representative Considine, would you like to explain the A1 amendment?
That's the one that has to do with data privacy and tightening it up so that we make sure that we're within the guidelines that have been established by the state of Minnesota.
Well, members, any discussion or questions? Representative Poston.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Chair Considine, I'm still a little bit confused about the amendment. Could you explain it in a little more detail, please?
Chair Considine.
I'm going to pass that one over to Mr. Fromke.
Mr. Chair, my name is Gus Fromke. I'm with Teamsters Local 320. The concern was brought up by MECAC, which is the Community Corrections Organization. And they basically looked at the statute currently for peace officers, where the peace officer has the ability to sign whether they want the investigation or the complaint to notify their exclusive representative, which would be their union representative. The way the current 2010 is written, it would be an automatic notification to the exclusive rep. We decided that we wanted to keep the notification, but we also wanted to allow the officer to withhold any of the information in the investigation from the exclusive rep if that officer does not want to share that information with their exclusive rep. So essentially a notification will still go to the exclusive rep that there is an investigation, but it will have none of the details included in it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Chair Mariani.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and Representative Considine. And so we spent a couple of weeks talking through the intricacies of this in my office, and I really appreciate Gus's description of it, because what we're trying to do, members, is to really balance out this issue of the rights established under law and through negotiations for the representative of the individual and the data privacy rights of the individual. That can get a little tricky. I think you hit a really nice sweet spot with this language, but Mr. Chair, and to Representative Poston and the other committee members, this bill is going to be referred to Judiciary, I believe, and that's where we'll have a much deeper dive into the data privacy conversation. So this won't be the end of that discussion. That's an appropriate committee to do that with all sorts of folks on both sides of the aisle who are experts on data privacy issues.
Very well. Any further discussion on the A1 amendment? Very well. Very well. Representative Considine moves to amend House File 2010 with the A3 amendment. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. The motion prevails. House File 2010 is before the committee as amended. Mr. Fromke, did you have any further testimony to provide?
No, I just would like to, Mr. Chair, I'd just like to thank this committee for their hard work and their support of corrections officers. Thank you.
Members, any further questions or discussions on House File 2010? Mr. Chair, any closing remarks?
No, just thankful to get this through and passed, or moved anyway.
Very well. Representative Considine renews his motion to re-refer House File 2010 as amended to the Judiciary Committee. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. The motion prevails, and House File 2010 has been re-referred as amended to the Judiciary Committee.